We're tired of tax cuts for the wealthy that shift the burden onto the backs of working people. We're tired of waiting 10 years for the minimum wage to go up while CEO pay is soaring. We're tired of more Americans going without health care, of more Americans falling into poverty, of more American kids who have the brains and the drive to go to college but can't because they can't afford it. We're ready for the Bush administration to end because, in the words of a civil rights worker back in the 60s, we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. But this is more than just being about George Bush. He's just the beginning of the change that we need. These problems didn't start when George Bush came to office, and they won't end just because he's leaving. We're not going to reclaim that dream unless we put an end to the politics of polarization and division that is holding this country back. Unless we stand up to the corporate lobbyists that have stood in the way of progress, unless we have leadership that doesn't just tell people what we think people want to hear, but tells everyone what they need to know, that's the change that we need. I believe that Americans want to come together again behind a common purpose. Americans want to reclaim our American dream. And that's why I'm running for President of the United States of America. It's the same reason I packed up my car and moved to Chicago, because in this country, that dream is worth fighting for. Not just for ourselves, but for each other. That's why I don't think you should settle for a president who's only there for you when it's easy, or when it's convenient, or when it's popular. I think you deserve a president who you can trust will fight for your dreams every hour of every day for the next 4 years. That's the change we need. That's the kind of president that you need. Now, this starts with an economy that works for working people. Americans don't expect government to solve all their problems. But you are tired of a government that works for special interests and not for you. It's time that we have leadership that worried as much about Main Street as it does about Wall Street. And that's why I'm introducing an American Dream agenda, to put some wind at the back of working people, to lower the costs of getting ahead, and to protect and extend opportunity for the middle class. We need to give families like yours a break. For 25 years, we've seen gaps in wealth grow larger while our tax code favors wealthy people over work. That's why I've proposed an income tax cut to offset the payroll tax that working Americans are already paying. That'll be worth $1,000 for a working family. I'll make retirement more secure for America's seniors by eliminating income taxes for any retiree making less than $50,000 per year. And I won't wait 10 years to raise the minimum wage. I will guarantee that it goes up to keep pace with inflation so that American workers aren't falling behind. That's a change that working America needs. We know that the cost of the American dream must never come at the expense of the American family.